what's going on, guys? This is Josh Answers. I'm going to make a video today talking about how to set up a platform and show you guys how to set up. Now, this is going to be eTrade, first of all. So we're going to use eTrade Pro, but I'm going to show you guys how to set up a platform and kind of show you guys just some cool little tricks of how to use your platform and use some of the, I guess I don't want to say indicators, but tools that I use on the platform. And then I'm also going to make another video. Hopefully you guys will see the other videos that we're posting. Brendan shot a bunch of awesome videos for, Thinkorswim tutorials. We're going to have a bunch of those, as well as, how to get dollar commissions on options. And we're going to show you that, but I'm also going to show you another video after this one on how to make a options trade without actually having a platform. Because a lot of people, why I'm even doing this video is because a lot of people ask me, hey, what's that program you're using? And most of you guys are already familiar with this. So I want to just give you a rundown how to set it up, kind of set it up like mine. This is one of my setups that I use, but then also show you guys that you don't need this to trade. And some of you would actually be better off trading. I posted that one picture. I turned about $70 into 1,800. And how I explained that was you could have bought that play in March and turned off your computer, turned off, don't even look at the stock market and still made that money. And that's how, honestly, you guys, most people would honestly be better off trading like that, where you just make a few trades, let the money work for you, not you working for the money, slaving over a couple percent or trying to catch these day trade moves and all that. So that's why I want to show you guys that, and you don't need a platform. So first of all, you wanted to get this platform right here, eTrade Pro. This would cost you about $100 a month through eTrade. So you don't have to have an eTrade account to get it. You could actually buy it from them, and even if you had the account, you'd still have to pay them $100 a month. That's one option. Or they ask that you make 30 trades a quarter, which equals, at $10 a trade times 30 trades, that's $300 in trades you make. They'll give it to you for free, which would essentially equate to $100 a month, but instead of you paying them cash, you're paying them through transaction fees. So that's how you get this. So now here's my platform. One thing I'm going to go over is this high-low ticker, what it is, how you could use it. It sucks that it's not really active right now because the market's closed. Here's my chart. You guys will see what I use on it. And notice it's fairly clean. I don't really use anything technical. I use this page. I'm going to go over what this is right here. But pretty much scanning through, you guys could see how I go about it, what I do, and simple as that. So what I'm going to do is clear this all, and we're going to start from scratch. So I'll tell you guys this. From the beginning, you want to click out Layout right here, and if you do open up eTrade Pro for the first time, I believe it does come with a already preset layout. So you might want to, I don't like using that one. Honestly, you'd be better off just selecting new layout, and then I'll show you how to open it after you guys have done that. So let's do new layout, saying, do you wish to save the current layout? No. I already have that saved. That's why I click that. Boom. So here it is. And this is what we're going to do. This is literally all you have here. You're going to get this up right here, and that's it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are your 6 screens. They call them screens because you could put a whole new thing on this, a whole new setup here. So that's why, that's why I said I could trade from a laptop. I don't even need to have multiple screen setups. That's why do you guys think why do you think I make fun of people with those crazy setups? You don't really need them because you could kind of utilize them in here. And yes, it's not the same because you do take, granted, you do take away from the fact you can't look at multiple things at the same time without clicking and switching. So that is the only benefit, but I'll show you how to set it up. So we'll start with screen 1. And the first thing I would do is I'd click the tools, and the first thing I'm going to go to is chart. This is how you're going to get the chart. Now, you guys saw how my other one was set up. This is all personal preference to you, where you want to put this, because once you have it placed, I will tell you too, place it inside of these lines. You see here where it kind of has that border and edge, because if you place it outside, like right here, when you switch screens, I'm switching screens right now, the chart will stay, because this is made so that if you have another PC connected, you could literally drag and drop these eTrade windows, any of them, just off the screen, and it'll stay there. So if you had a second computer, second monitor, you take this, drag it to the side, it'll stay there. But for our sake, you want to keep it within this border just so that you could scroll, because this could also scroll too. So I'll set up the chart here. And, I like to have it fairly decent, because sometimes, if you trade real small like this, it's crazy how when you'll see if you switch stocks, the bigger or wider the chart is, it could sometimes trick you. So you want to make sure you're not getting fooled just by the literal the perception of it, the vantage point of how you're looking at it. So there's that. And we have the chart, and what I'm going to do next is put on. Well, I'll explain this. This is a candlestick chart for those of you. Most of you should know this, but I recommend you guys use candlesticks. I've seen some people use like the Heikin-Yashi, the line, the mountain. I forgot what one, like Nick told me. There is some advanced ways to look at this, but I like the candlestick because I don't like using averages. A lot of like the Heikin-Yashis and or Heikin-Yashis, however the fuck you say it, a lot of them, they use averages, so they won't necessarily show you exactly what was traded. Why I like candlesticks is because it shows you the literal point to which the stock was trading. So if this stock, let me use a stock so it's a better example, not an ETF. Let's use Netflix. It shows you wherever this candle goes to, that means at least one trade today went through at this price. So 93.50.31. So this candlestick here, wherever the line is showing you, at the top of the line to the bottom of the line, shows you the prices it got traded at all day. So 93.91 to 97.04 was the range. And then pretty much it ends at the bottom of the candle. If it's red, it ends at the bottom. If it's green, it starts at the top pretty much. So there's that. And now where you're going to see, I'll explain the red and blue in another video just so you guys could understand what it means, because for now, don't think it's just buying and selling. It's actually pretty advanced. A lot of people kind of pay little mind to what the red and the green means per candle or how it orients, but it actually gives you a lot of information. But we're not going to cover that now. I just want to go over the platform setup. So here it is, and then this is your volume line. So this shows you the volume, and it correlates to what you have. And as you see here, this is where you enter in your symbol. You enter in all the tickers. This is where you select the chart. So you can use when it says this is the time frame, and then this is the time span. So every candle is 1 minute when I click that. When I do 10 minutes, every single one of these candles is 10 minutes. When I use 60 minutes, every single one of these candles is 60 minutes. And now also notice it's today. So if I switch to 3-day, this is 3-day chart, every candle 60 minutes. 3-day, every candle's 1 minute. 1 minute. But as you'll notice, on the 1 minute, it only goes up to 14. 60 minutes, I think you go up to 20 days. Yeah. So there's that. But you could scan through, then you could go daily, 20-day, 90-day, 1 year, 2 years, 20 years. And I'm a fan of these longer term charts, believe me. And I'm even going to show you guys how to use them. That's what I'm going to use probably my second screens for. So I would use this front page kind of to monitor stuff more or less. I'll throw this 1 minute today. And again, whatever is your preference, but be cautious of what each one means, because it could change your style. If you're trying to day trade, I don't day trade, but I look at 1 minute charts just to, for some reason, that's what I like. I just like seeing every single move. But there's the volume chart, and notice as you guys see the volume, it correlates to whatever time frame you have. So move this down. You could adjust which one you want to have, but like I said, look at how it could change the picture. You can make it look like a lot of volume, a little. So make sure you understand the scale and the numbers on the side here. So there's that. Now, the only thing I'm going to put on this as far as like a study or a technical indicator, and this is one I'd recommend you all use just because it's very advantageous. And if you wanted to add any other technicals, you simply would go to Tools. No, you would go to Studies. And this is one I like to use. Just go to Volume. And now, all you see, volume's already clicked. So if I unclicked volume, it takes away that volume bar. So if you don't have the volume bar, simply go to Studies, Volume. And then what I like to go is Studies, Volume, Average Volume Line. And now what this is going to do is bring up this pink line here, and this will show you average volume. So based on the time frame you put up. So it's looking pretty much, could be used, once you guys know what you're doing a little bit more, you could use the average volume line to see when there's above or below normal volume, abnormal volume, anything crazy. So that's something always good to look at. So that's really, I'm done with my chart here. But now again, you wanted to add studies, you wanted to add a MACD, EMA. I know some people use EMA 3s, 20s, whatever that. I don't believe in that crap. Honestly, I don't think that's going to make you money. And if anything, it's just going to confuse you. There's that. You could do Bollinger Bands. These are the bands you put top and bottom. In a nutshell, buy at the bottom, sell at the top. And it's funny because you kind of look at it here, you would think that Netflix operated exactly in these Bollinger Bands. So some people like that, some people don't. All on you. But there's that. I don't use any of that again. Again, you could do your RSI, relative strength index, all through here too. VWAP, any of that stuff. This is how you would add it. So simple as that. Here's where it goes. So now you guys know how to get that stuff up. For me, I just do volume. Next thing I do, tools. I use one of my favorite tools. It is the where is it? Oh, high-low. The high-low ticker. So now this is one thing I like to put up. This is a lot of people ask me how I find stocks. This is a big thing I use because it helps me see what's moving through the day. So now the stock market's closed, so I'm not going to be able to see much. And notice how I'm making it kind of smaller here because I'm going to put something else here. But high-low ticker, this will show you new highs and new lows. So any stock that comes up, it'll tell you the stock, what price it's trading at, and the count, meaning if it's on the lows, if it has a count of 50, when it shows up, that'll be, oh, okay, Netflix price $90, count 50, $90 is its 50th low of the day. Same thing reversed on the high. So you'll see that, and if it's highlighted in green, it's like a dark bold green. That means 52-week high, dark bold red, 52-week low. I'll show you guys one maybe during the market hours. If you've seen some of my videos, you'll see this thing moving. But this is what I like to do. But then one thing I do, well, I'll give you that. It'll make more sense when I show the next thing. So there's that. Now, if you guys want to get a level 2, a lot of people know what level 2 is. In eTrade, in a lot of things, it's called market depth. So here it is, market depth. This is where you're going to get your level 2. So let's place it over here. And remember, you guys want to make it fit in these boxes. Otherwise, it'll scroll or it'll stay on the outside. See, when you place it at the bottom, it allows you to scroll. So you can scroll, but depending on the size of your screen and just for mobility's sake, I wouldn't recommend scrolling. I'm not a fan of it. It won't shrink. Why won't it shrink? Fuck. Am I retarded? There it is. So most of these, you should be able to move around. You see, I'm trying to make it, and you could overlap symbols. As you see, I just overlapped that, but you kind of want to be cautious of that because you could miss info. So I'm going to make a small L2, and then we'll go to Netflix. But this is the next thing. This is the main thing I want to show you guys. If you want to be able to enter in a ticker here, so if I'm right here is Netflix, but let's say I entered in SPY, the S&P. If I entered in that, notice my chart doesn't change. So a lot of people want to know how do you do that. So simply click links and then put link 1, go here, links, link 1, and then even for the high-low ticker, do links, link 1. So when you do this, when anything comes up on the high-low ticker, you could literally click it and it'll send it to the level 2 and it will send it to the chart. So, and I'll show you, remember, links. So pretty much now you could do this multiple times we'll use other tools. And what I like to do is I like to link some to the same tools because you'll see you could link this to an options chain and then some I'll use separately. But so if you wanted to do, you could have just this page for link 1 and then let's go to page 2. Let's see, where's option chain? We could do the options chain and put this one as link 2 or link 4, and now anything with link 4, anytime you click it, it'll send it there. But we'll get into that. So back to this. Here's the first page. You guys see it's kind of coming together now. I have a nice little page here, but now as you see, I have links all set up, link 1. So now when I type in Apple, boom, it goes up on my chart instantly. So now I'll have the level 2. Now I'll make a video on level 2 so you guys can understand that if you want more help with it. But now here's a little trick I do with it. Hit control, click, and then you'll get sentence on it. And what I like to do is this right here, depth summary. Not the depth summary. What am I saying? I just messed everything up. Depth graph, excuse me. Boom. And what it brings up is a visual representation of the level 2. So again, until you know how to use this a little bit more effective, this might confuse you, but honestly, this does help. It just gives you a visual representation of the level 2. So we're not going to dive in too much, but as you see here now, boom, you could take a look at these stocks. You see something moving, you're going to probably find it through the high-low ticker. You could send it here and analyze your charts, but this is literally, I'll show you guys my original setup. This is all I use when it comes to it. You would be surprised. This is all you really need. But now this is how you could set up, get your charts, and now you could play with this stuff. Remember, you could add more charts. If you wanted to add another chart right here, all you got to do, click chart again and put it wherever you want. You can put as many as you want in one page as long as it fits. So there's that. But now, again, I want to kind of have you guys have a more balanced setup. So this is what I would use. I meant to put this, honestly, on screen 1, so I'll just move it over there so we have it kind of in order. So then that way, my main screen, I could look at it, and this is kind of my scanning page. Now, I have also on my desktop, because I have 2 different setups, you'll see I do set up some scanners. You could use the strategy scanner, and this one isn't, it's very in-depth, and it's honestly, once I did play with it, it's a little powerful. But you guys could use this. Honestly, though, don't rely on it too much, because sometimes you might be too late. But here's a strategy scanner. I'll give you guys one that I really like to use. Here's strategy. Go to predefined. Make sure it's in real time so you're getting it. And one that I like is this one right here. High social media mentions. So you could even go backtrack in the day and it'll show you what happened today. And it'll just show you stocks that have had high social media mentions. So again, use real time, whatever you want. But if you wanted to make a scanning page like this, you can. You could play around with the predefined ones. I like the predefined ones. I have made custom ones before, and I'll show you guys how to do that, and we'll go off of these. So be careful, because remember what I say. I say they give you guys a lot of tools. They give you guys a lot of studies, because think about it. The more you trade, the more eTrade makes money. You got to ask yourself why they're giving you this. So there's that. Now, again, if we just for the sake of this, to kind of make it filled out, what you could do here, you could have a scanner and boom, here's it. So scanner, another chart, and then honestly, if you wanted, you could put another 2 charts here. So what I would do with this one, like if I were you guys, you wanted to have multiple charts, you might say, one, you could use it for multiple companies. But honestly, if you wanted to save time, because I like to look at the long-term picture and the short-term picture. So this is what I would do. Let's set this up to link 2. This was all on link 1, right? Okay. So let's set these up on link 2. So everything on link 2 is set up. So now, boom. What I would do here, I would put a 1 day, 1 minute so I could see what happened. And then also, here's another tip. If you guys, if the market's closed like it is now, if you want to see extended hours, just right click or Mac control click, and then right here, show extended hours. And there it is. You can kind of even tell where the volume is. So there's extended hours, but what I would do, link them up. I'd have one chart on, and see, as you see, one's kind of bigger than the other, so it overlaps. But again, don't hurt yourself in setting it up like this because of the view. But I would do that, and I would set one up on like a 10-year, or if you guys don't like the longer term, maybe even 1 or 2. But that way you could have one chart, you see something on here, boom, click it, it'll send Fred's Inc. right here, and now also you might want to drag this up so you can see it, or Kala, Kala, it's a pharma company, but boom, I could see what's here on the day chart and use this to scan through my minutely stuff right here, or even have it right away, and then use this to have 2 years, 10 years, but ultimately you just keep up a longer term chart here, shorter term here, and then you like that, you can send it to one of your other charts, do whatever you want. But again, this is another page you can make. Now, a third one, which again, I don't really have a page like this that I use. I was just giving you this for example. A third one, another good idea if you guys want to have charts you monitor, this is what I would do. I would set up some around this size. Let me make it a little smaller. It sucks again too when you see this, but keep this here. Now, another thing you could do, if you don't want to keep clicking chart, like this is already the same size, I'm going to click it. Ah, fuck. Where is it? It's usually right here. Interesting. Oh, man. See, I'm just playing with it, but at least you guys get to play with it, right? There it is. So I'd go here. You click this drop down. I was thinking that, as you see, they're kind of similar, but click this drop down right here, and all you guys got to do is click duplicate tool. You could do this with any of this stuff in eTrade. Every single chart you'll notice has this button. See, okay, but now look at what my problem was. I put this a little too high, so do you guys see how when I switch screens, it stayed up there? That means I just got to pin this a little lower. So now when I switch screens, boom, you'll see. But here it is. Go here. Where is it? Duplicate tool. You do this with any of the charts, high, low ticker, anything. So going back to here, duplicate the chart. Boom. I could put it up. See, it sucks because I might want to make them a little smaller so I could have 3. But then again, this could be a good thing to keep a high, low ticker on. So duplicate tool. Maybe you got a little room here to make this bigger. And again, remember, I'm trying to not scroll, and I'm giving you guys a setup so you don't have to use too many. But take a look here. So now you have 4 charts, and what I would say is don't link these, but now you could have your Facebook, your Amazon, whatever stocks you want to watch, you know what I'm saying? You could put them all up here and have them ready to go. So that if you just wanted to monitor stocks, I would recommend maybe putting even oil, gold, commodities, prices like that you could monitor, even some Forex, just so you could see what's going on. But there's that. And then again, if you want to just make sure while you're scanning, you're not really missing what's going on in the market, let's put a high-low ticker just boom in the corner. It might be a little small, which might suck, but it actually gets the job done. This actually looks kind of cool. I've never done this before, so I really like this right here. So boom, you could have something actively scanning the market while you're still watching either positions you're in or the main ones. So there's that. And now the third page, and this is where I'll kind of end it. I'll finish up on this and end it so that you guys could get a better idea. But this is what I would do. I would set this up for options. So if I wanted to do it, I'd set up an options chain, put it right here, oh shit. You might want to make it a little smaller so you have room for a good enough chart. And then also make sure the first time you're opening up an option chain, you might not see them all. Make sure you put your strikes to all so that you could see all of the strike prices, because by default it'll only show you 7. And make sure it's on calls and puts and that it pretty much looks like this. So there's that. And then what I would do here, maybe make it a little more smaller and go tools, chart as usual. And then what I would do is put a chart right here so that you could see the stock you're looking at. And even then, I would link them, because this is a cool feature you could do with eTrade. TD Ameritrade does it too. I'll have what's his name, Brendan, make a video because he's better at doing it. But if you wanted to link it, link them to 3. But now anytime you click an option, it will actually chart the option in the price history on the 100-day, even daily. You can see how the option traded, which is very cool. And a lot of people didn't know you could do that. So that's one thing I would do. Keep it up there. And then another thing, I would go to tools, or actually you're not going to find it through here, but this is what I do. Go to another stock, so Amazon, and control click, and then it'll say send symbol to quick quote. So this is where you guys will get fundamental info. Now, drag it to the side of the, I'm going to drag it to the top of the screen so I could switch over and it'll stay here. And now I'm going to, what? That was trippy. So put it like right here. I should probably make it smaller so it doesn't scroll. See, now sometimes I've noticed, this is why I have a PC too, eTrade Pro on Macs kind of sucks. But as you'll see, there's a lot of information here. Just put it down there and you're good to go. But what this will tell you, last trade, change close, bid and ask. But what I like to use it for, it's not there. You have to add it custom. Let me see, because I'm not used to it. But it'll tell you the volume. Yeah, but what I like to use this for is for fundamental information. I'll add another one. One that you should add will be shares. So you could see, boom, get the shares, and even then, short interest. So right away, I'll just unclick edit, boom. I link this to my three. It sucks because this will also bring up, the option chain stuff, but pretty much if I'm looking at the ticker, I'd enter it in. I could scroll down quickly, get the high and low, even get the volume, the average 10-day volume right here, the EPS, even the PE ratio should be on there. You might need to add the PE ratio, and that's something I would add too, because again, if you don't know what that is, I'll make a video on that too. PE ratio, boom. So then, boom, you get the PEA ratio, literally the EPS, how much it earns per share. You get the market cap of the company, bid, ask, but mainly I like the shares. Shares, market cap are really the good ones, and the 10-day volume, even the 52-week high, all here. So you could quickly get information and analyze the stock through this. So, and this right here, boom, you could just start trading options through this. And this is how, and I'll show you guys how to make a trade in another video, but there it is. You have it ready to go. So simple as that. There was one more thing I wanted to show you guys. I guess I'll have to save it for another time till I remember, but there's that. And now to make sure once you guys have this layout, as you guys see, that didn't take too long, and that's just me explaining everything. I just made a platform look very well, but have a lot of functionality. I could go literally scan stocks that are moving, monitor them on the chart, literally scan them with a scanner, use high social media mentions or whatever else I want to do, have a watch list of stocks to set up while still being able to monitor stuff, and then have an options chain that can monitor, the options chain itself and even execute trades from here. So that's pretty cool. It's very simple. If you guys want to, have more of these, let me know. But simple when you want to do this now, take your layout, make sure you do this. Save layout as. So this is what you need to do. You could do online or local. You could save it to your computer, or you could save it on the internet. Most of you are going to want to save it online so you could access it. But now pretty much give it a name. We'll say this one is called YouTube. Save as. Saving on layout, and now boom, we're done. It is saved, and you notice the layout's here, right here too. So there's that. But now I'll show you if I wanted to open up my other one. It said you wish to save. Well, I did, so I'll press no, because eTrade's weird like that. This is my original one, my Mac one. Open up. Wait for it. And now make sure anytime you edit it, if you edit your layout, you click any button at that point and you want it to open up how you closed it, make sure you save layout. So if you find out some more features you want to add, you want to do some other stuff, then make sure you do just that. So here it is. It's loading. Oh, fuck. That's one thing I didn't know. It actually messed around my screens, though. Interesting. Look at this, guys. Look what you guys did to me. There it is. So boom, here was that screen. Here's all the stuff you guys saw from me in the beginning. Now again, let's go open up that other layout that we just made. No, I didn't change anything. YouTube. Open. And I don't know why it's opening up. There it is. Has a couple things to load. Sometimes it'll just load random stuff too. Like I've noticed that when I open mine, it just opens just a bunch of stuff. eTrade's weird like that. But here you go. Here's that setup we just made, and that's how you guys do it. Simple as that. Now remember, I still have two more screens I didn't utilize just yet, but we will. And if you guys wanted to type names, you could type in names to name these screens. I just like screen 1, 2, 3, 4. But that is pretty much it. I did leave some stuff out. There's more stuff we could go in depth, but I just wanted to give you a basic how to make the platform, how to use it, what this is. We'll get into in another video how to execute the trade through here, make a trade, make an options trade, and go on from there. So really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like it, subscribe, share it. Ultimately, just comment on this. Let me know what you guys want as far as these videos. You'll see the little channel update, but we wanted to we want to provide you guys with a lot more of just hands-on tutorial and materials. So please let us know exactly what you want to learn, and if it's something we can make like a tutorial like this, we definitely will. So love you guys. Thanks for watching. Stay in school.